city.
More federal law enforcement, that I can tell you. In Portland, they've done a fantastic job. They've been there 3 days, and they really have done a fantastic job in a very short period of time. No problem. They grab them, a lot of people in jail. They're leaders. These are anarchists. These are not protesters. The police are afraid to do anything. Well, I'm going to do something, that I can tell you, because we're not going to let New York and Chicago and Philadelphia and Detroit and Baltimore and all of these, Oakland is a mess. We're not going to let this happen in our country. All run by liberal Democrats.
So there was the president today threatening to send federal law enforcement to more cities to deal with Black Lives Matter protests. And make no mistake here, when we say federal law enforcement, that's the polite term. We mean militarized, anonymous, apparently autonomous, camouflaged, pseudo-secret police in unmarked vehicles. This is a new thing for our country, certainly a new look on our streets. Chicago Tribune reporting today, Department of Homeland Security making plans to deploy some 150 agents, in quotes, to Chicago this week with the scope of duty unknown. The mayor said they are not welcome. The move comes in the wake of another violent weekend in Portland where unidentified federal agents clashed with protesters. Among them, we want to show you this Navy veteran Chris David. He was drawn to the protests by the disturbing images he'd seen on TV. That's him there, wearing a white sweatshirt, approaching federal agents in an effort to talk to them about their role. Instead, he is beaten with a baton by a fellow citizen, unmarked, of course, and then doused at point-blank range with pepper spray. He talked about his experience on this very network tonight.
The thing that was so upsetting was that there didn't seem to be any recognition that, as a veteran, I was even going to be listened to or treated any differently than anybody else. And that sort of makes sense, because if they're going to gas moms, they're going to beat up vets.
Portland's mayor is demanding the federal authorities be removed from his city. Back with us again tonight, retired four-star U.S. Army General Barry McCaffrey, decorated combat veteran of Vietnam and a former battlefield commander in the Persian Gulf, former head of U.S. Southern Command, where they were allowed to wear camo, former U.S. drug czar. General, I got to read this from General Honore. Russell Honore makes this, tweeted this late last week. Make a note. We need to forbid police and federal agents from using military uniforms. The camo uniforms are meant to blend into terrain. They want to be warriors, should be in full police uniforms. The want to be warriors, forgive me, should be in full police uniforms with names and badge numbers. This secret police BS is a misuse of the Department of Homeland Security. General, I've been waiting to talk to you because if we saw this in the Chile of Augusto Pinochet, we'd think, oh, well, it's a military junta jumping out of an unmarked van in the streets of a city. This is the United States of America. First of all, what's with the camo? Second of all, what's their chain of command, do you think?
Well, look, this is a troubling situation. There's no question Portland's been in chaos for almost 2 months now. And by the way, the state of Oregon has 6,700 law enforcement officers, 8,000 some odd National Guard. So they've got adequate manpower and resources to deal with these problems. But as you know, Brian, our Constitution essentially has the overwhelming majority of criminal law enforcement at state, county, and municipal level. And the assets are there to do that. And I think what we're seeing now is Mr. Trump has taken the Department of Homeland Security with its 5th director, an acting director, and has created a national police. They're turning it into a Ministry of the Interior, French gendarmerie. They're deploying people in camouflage uniforms in big numbers. And it's not just to protect federal property. So we got to step back and think about this. You know, that was Department of Homeland Security, 240,000 people. It's a gigantic agency. Was formed primarily for natural disasters and anti-terrorism, not to conduct anti-criminal operations in the streets of American cities. So this is an outrage.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.